Really? All that hard work, and elders live to be old another day. Sure, we accomplished our real goal here, but I have a feeling the boss won't be too happy.
A failure is a failure. The boss may respond as he sees fit.
Hey, Melchior! Don't think I've forgotten this is all your fault for screwing up in Cray!
It is what it is. Though I did stumble on an ideal venue in the process.
In the meantime, we must focus. The next battle is fast approaching.
Don't remind me. I don't like having to work with those two.
Be nice to your teammates, children. Even if they are a little cuckoo.
It's rich for you, of all people, to be calling someone crazy.
If either of them fought at full strength, they could dispatch an entire army single-handedly.
Well, they'll have a chance to whip out those toys of theirs before too long. Perhaps we'll even run into that Spriggan again. It's almost like fate.
After Mesodom Trading Company pulled out of Longport, everything started getting back to normal. Well, on the surface anyway.
The conflict between Heiyue and Almada is probably only going to intensify from here on. Especially since Yin's back.
Why didn't anybody tell me that Yin is a woman? Wait, you don't think she and Tao are secretly... you know?
Doubt it. I hear she's got her eyes set on a guy in Crossbell.
So she's an acquaintance of yours then? I got the impression Elaine knows her too.
I'm not surprised about Van, since he seems to know everybody. But I wouldn't think an assassin and an A-rank racer would get along.
Yin and I bumped into each other on a job 2 years back. As for Elaine, dunno. Guess they must have teamed up at some point. Shame I couldn't just sit back while they handled everything this time.
Is there anybody you don't know?
You talk tough, but we all know. Sao included. And you can't help but get involved.
Can it already? Though, can't say I enjoy feeling like he had us dancing in the palm of his hand.
I suspect this whole thing was probably just a changing of the guard over at Heiyue, so to speak. Fawn went to mourn the dead and visit their families. Even sent the bodies of the thugs back home. Well, those with enough of a body left to send. Saul made him pretty popular around here.
No doubt thanks to Sao's schemes. He's already done so much over in Crossbell and Erebonia, and now he's masterminded all this too. People are starting to talk about him being a future elder.
That freaking guy.
I know.
Oh, right. Did you make it back in time for school on Yes?
How many times did I warn you about missing the night train?
You sound like you're her dad or something. Not like it would have been easy to leave anyway. Between the guild, police, and navy, it was a real mess.
Van ended up giving us a ride back in the early hours of the morning. So at least I was still able to attend my afternoon classes.
If I were you, I'd have called it a wash and taken the rest of the day off. That's our model student for you.
Are you glad you got to see things through to the end?
Yes, though I don't feel like I was able to contribute that much. Even so, I'm glad that I was there to provide what help I could.
Are you a lucky boss or what? Can't imagine Elaine's all that pleased about it, though.
Don't remind me. Already got an earful about it last night.
It's clear from your story that there's more going on here than you're letting on. And while we managed to avoid the worst-case scenario, people lost their lives here. Considering that, it's becoming increasingly difficult to ignore your participation in all of this on Yes. It doesn't have to be right this moment, but please consider having the guild take over this case of yours, okay?
So, you giving her suggestion any thought?
I think Elaine would do her best to solve my case. I can trust her. However, I've seen firsthand that some problems can only be solved by eschewing conventions. I think there's still more to learn this way. So, I stand by my initial decision.
If you say so.
Keep at it. What she said. You've got this.
Will do.
Now the only problem left is Aaron. He's more into older women, so I don't think he'll cause too much grief. But he's still a bad influence.
You think so? Is he really that bad?
Hold on. What are we talking about right now? That salve had him knocked out cold by the time we left. He's not going to be up and around for a few weeks now, right?
About that.
Leave it to an old fart to think like an old fart.
Welcome to Edith! Did you find the place all right?
It was my first time taking the subway, but it was actually pretty easy. Damn if this city isn't hella big.
Wow, you made good time.
I was surprised you made up your mind so quickly.
Once I did my morning with Fawn and said my goodbyes, that's all there was to do. Oh, by the way, the folks downstairs are letting me rent a room here.
What? Why are you even here?
Thanks to your investigation, I don't have a place to belong anymore. But really, this is a chance to take a hard look at myself. So I told anyone who'd cared that I'd be skipping town for a while. And since I have nowhere else to be, you get the honor of hanging with me for a while. I'll crash here, work for you during the day, and see the sights of the capital at night. Oh, and count on me for whatever Armada and Genesis stuff you've got going on.
I look forward to fighting alongside you again. We're pleased to have you.
Ain't you all forgetting who's in charge here? Those scheming Hayway bastards. Pick up your damn phones already!
Careful, you're gonna sprout some gray hairs at this rate.
I think it's time to fold, pal.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Aaron, remember to be a courteous guest, alright?
Yeah. Just take care of Longport while I'm away, will ya?
Gotta keep this up. Rank up. Damn, that's pretty generous. Could have put in more effort.
See? You get it. Aaron Way here. Treat me right, and maybe I'll give a senior citizen like you pointers on how to pick up chicks.
Listen, Judith Lanster and Nina Fenley. Those two ladies are a must, you hear me? The guys, you can hire any old schmucks for. Just do what it takes to get those two on board.
But, sir...
You're talking about two of the biggest stars in the business. There's no way we could book one of them, let alone both.
You can and you will. You're a pro, aren't you? Screw the budget and set the schedule on fire if you have to. As long as we've got Judith and Nina, we can sort it all out later. If anything goes awry, I'll take full responsibility. So don't you worry about a thing. Just go out there and get it done.
Sir, I don't think a can-do attitude is going to cut it for this.
Well, someone's as passionate as ever.
Ha-ha! Prince Sharid! Fancy seeing you here.
Clearly I brought on the right man for the job. I can already tell that this film festival of ours is going to be one for the history books. And not just the festival.